Good day, everyone. Before we formally proceed to our topic today, let us first know what is an unethical behavior. Unethical behavior can be defined as actions that are against social norms or acts that are considered unacceptable to the public. Unethical behavior has serious consequences for both individual and organizations. So let us know what is an unethical behavior of Filipinos that mostly observed today, and that is we choose a Filipino time. So let us know what it is, how culture influence it, and why it is unethical. Related to the Mañana habit, Filipino time refers to the Filipinos' own unique brand of time, which is known to be minutes or hours behind the standard time. In other words, we tend not to observe punctuality at all. Have you ever had an appointment, meetings, dates, or important events to go? Example, your time set for appointments is 10 o'clock in the morning, but you decided to go by 10:30 or 11. As you hurry your way so as not to be late, you find out that one you're meeting with wouldn't be there for an hour or so. Isn't it infuriating? That culture is popularly called Filipino time. It means that Filipinos seldom come to occasions on time. In most cases than not, we Pinoys are always late and could hardly make appointments or attend on time. The declaration of being late is just normal for us and became acceptable to Filipino culture. But we all know that being late is not a nice trait, and it's even sadder that it's being named a Filipino time.
Filipino time means being minutes to hours late compared to the standard time. It's like having our own clock aware that the right time is the world standard time. There are still people who arrive in the meetings punctually, although being late has become a stereotype to Filipinos already. For Filipinos, being late and starting things late have always been part of our culture. Many Filipinos seems to either practice it or accept it, so that we've given a term for it, Filipino time. For more information about this, let my other members explain why it is unethical and how culture influences it.
How cultures influence Filipino time. Filipinos typically have a relaxed approach towards timekeeping and punctuality. It is common for Filipinos to arrive an hour or 2 hours after the designated time. This is commonly referred to as Filipino time. However, Filipinos will observe punctuality in a formal context such as important business meetings, appointments, or when visiting the doctors. Filipino time is the habit of being prompt and ahead of time. It is based on Filipino value that promptness exceeds diligence. Ordinary Filipinos are punctual and prompt. According to Father Miguel Bernat, who wrote an essay about Filipino time in his book entitled Buddhi, a Journal of Ideas and Culture, the phrase Filipino time was coined by Americans in the 1900s because they were irritated by the lack of punctuality of Filipinos. However, this habit of tardiness was already commonplace even during the Spanish colonial period, and students may even remember that it was featured in Rizal's El Filibusterismo in chapter 22 of the novel, where the characters watched a play in a grand theater. A lady and her husband enter the theater very late into the play. Results point out here that tardiness by Filipino was not just only a habit, but a status symbol. He even compared this mindset of tardiness of Filipinos to being in a mule race, that the latest one wins and it is considered most important.
Filipino time originally described the Filipinos' pension for 13 or arriving at, even some 15 to 30 minutes later than the set time. It has become a notorious habit that, unknown to many, holds back the country in terms of those productivity. Filipino time is the habit of being prompt, and ahead of time. It's based on the Filipino value that promptness exceeds diligence, or what we say is, daig na maagap ang masipag. Ordinary Filipino are punctual and prompt. Filipino time is usually equated to being late, and it's just an end result of a reason that is to pressure themselves even if it means you are being disrespectful of others' time. Self comes first for the people who practice this. Is it inclusive to Filipinos as other people can also exhibit this kind of attitude? It's okay if you will be late, maybe once or twice, and that's the reason is really out of your hands. But if you are habitually 30%, then it means there is something wrong with your priorities and how you treat other people.
Time is very important to us because every minute and every second is important because we believe time is gold and we cannot waste it and give this value. Because every minute and every second you waste, there is a lot of opportunity and good memories you waste. But we can redirect and recalibrate our mind and changing our steps by changing our attitude.